Three twist balloon dogs, no bad clowns and cheap wigs here. Raise the bar, prove our art form. It's the Balloon Blast video show with Scott, Tripp, and Sam Crummies.
Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of Balloon Blast. This is episode 38. He's Scott, Tripp.
Hey, it's Sam Crummies.
And we've got a lot of great stuff for you today.
Well, I'm learning a little bit about math. Apparently there are 2 episodes before Twist and Shout.
There are 2 episodes before Twist and
I've
Shout.
been saying 1 episode.
Scott is still learning how to read a calendar, folks. We apologize for that, but he's getting much, much better.
Yeah.
Well, before we get it started, Scott, what do you got new this week?
This week, we've had a change in weather. We went from way too hot to way too cold very fast.
Yes.
And I guess the whole country's experienced this as well. That meant that my Tuesday night restaurant canceled, which is weird. It's in the top 5 busiest kids' nights for a Chick-fil-A in the country, and the busiest for Tennessee. But they canceled, so I sat at home on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
I worked. My restaurant had the good sense to look at the National Weather Service website and the weather maps to make sure they stayed open, because there wasn't really an ice storm coming, even though the Tennessee Emergency Management Association or agency threw us out an ice warning. We didn't have it. So I got to work Tuesday night. However, both of us have picked up each a new restaurant for Monday nights. I picked up a new one. It's a little bit faster paced than my current restaurants, which means at the current restaurants I've been working, I get to a lot of the big stuff, a lot of the crazy stuff, the $5 and $10 tip, stuff like that. But I need to work on, increasing my speed even more for my smaller, quicker stuff and developing a more working repertoire with some of that stuff.
Yeah, kind of yin and
yang. Kind of balance it out there. Yeah. Scott, what about your new restaurant?
Speaking of balance, most of my restaurants are crazy fast-paced. Mm-hmm. I have a line of kids waiting at the table before I get there, before I set up. Mm-hmm. Usually I walk in the door, you show up 10 minutes early to set up and have kids waiting. I want eight. Let me set my stuff up. And it goes that way for 3 hours. But new restaurant is an upscale pizza place, brick oven sort of pizza place, and slow enough that I can go for the $5 and $10 tips. So yeah. I've felt like I've been really shackled artistically with the other restaurants. I'm very grateful to have them. Don't get me wrong. But once again, yin and yang. You want to know how to do 2 or 3 balloon and under stuff fast, but also make the fun stuff. And now I feel like my life has balance finally. So your Monday night, and also all the stuff people are seeing from Facebook from you, is from either that restaurant or the flea market.
Yeah, the flea market.
That's a whole episode.
That in and of itself is a whole episode, a whole marketing plan, as it were. It's how I've been able to make a bigger name for myself in the Middle Tennessee area and reach more people. So, we'll discuss that on a separate episode completely.
And Twist and Shout in the gym room for those of you going there. So
I'll be there. I'll be having fun. It'll be a blast.
You gotta corner this guy and find out all his marketing
ideas. Oh my gosh, I'm just a marketing savant. I really don't know what it is I'm doing.
But yeah, we have a lot this episode.
We do, including something. We just got a parcel in the mail yesterday.
Sure.
From Matt Falloon.
I'll open mine first.
You open yours first.
And, we have a new video from. Oh, it goes this way. We have a new video from Matt Falloon. In fact, I think it's in 2 parts.
Yeah, this one says part 2. This is. Do we even have a projector for these?
Yeah, we should tell people we love submissions, but if you would try a digital format, that's much easier for us. And is that the Too Hot for TV one?
That is the Too Hot for TV one, so it's perfect for Balloon Blast.
There will be some editing, but Matt Falloon on his amazing balloon cart, and we actually have previewed these cheating.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
You guys are in for some good stuff. So,
all right, let's get to it.
Hi everyone, Matt Falloon here. I'll be honest with you, it's early on a Tuesday morning and I haven't been bothered to get dressed in my colourful suit today. So I haven't put up my backdrop and you probably won't be seeing my face during this next video, which is why I've put this lovely profile picture for you all to look at my handsomeness for a little while. Today, I'm going to show you the behind the scenes working of my balloon box and my balloon catalogue system that I use that saved me time. It's sort of a couple of years in development, and yeah, a couple of people have asked me to have a look, so here you go. Here is a look at the seedy underbelly of Matt Falloon and his trained balloons. Enjoy. Basically, this is the rig, this is the setup. It's an old, it's a vinyl record box. So this, the metal box part of it is what your DJs would use to take their vinyl records to a job. And all I've basically done is kitted it out with a larger box that sits underneath it. So what happens is the vinyl box closes up, and then the larger box can fit around it. And the larger box is equipped with signage, so people can get in contact with me. You get a lot of people taking photos of that, which is good. It means you don't have to stop twisting in order to give out a business card. And it's also got a expandable luggage handle, so I can lower and raise that if I want to. Okay, stocking the actual box itself, I've got all of my twisty balloons in my balloon roll stuff, which some of you may have seen before, and basically that means I can get down, for example, wintergreen. I'm down to my last 5 or 6 wintergreens, so I can then go over to my balloon storage system, which is an IKEA. Let me step back so I can get it all in shot, which is an IKEA Expedit unit. And I've got everything separated. So for example, I've got 160 Qs in light colours and dark colours, 260 Qs light colours and dark colours, etc, etc. So I open this up, there's my wintergreen sitting right on top. I've got my wintergreen backups in rolls of 50, so I can pull that out of the tube, and then I've got a fresh roll of 50 wintergreen 260s. The tube itself, which is empty now, has got a reorder code on the inside of the tube. So once I'm done with this tube, I put it down here with the other tubes that I need to reorder, and that means that when it comes to placing the order, I can just rattle off the codes and they'll know what to do. Okay, a little bit more of an in-depth run through of my drawer system. Basically, they're all labelled, so I've got my slap bands, I've got my 646s and 321 light colours, dark colours. As we go down, I've got 11-inch round printeds. I've got all of these round balloons separated with Perspex dividers in most cases. And once again, each replacement, each sort of cover plate has got your reorder code on there, so it just makes life easy. 5-inch rounds, once again, everything's just on there, labelled, and so I can keep track. Each of these little compartments holds about 100 balloons, so I don't have to worry about sort of having excess overflow in the bags. 3-footers, five-inch round blank colours. I've got the faces, 5-inch round faces as a separate drawer, so all of your zombie skulls and smiley faces, Spider-Man, alien faces, that sort of thing. Hearts and geos. Hearts. Geos. Same thing. Once we go up, we've got Linkalloons. This is all the same. So, we've just got dividers. 12cm Linkalloons. Large non-round. This is basically where I keep my mouse heads, my geos, my donuts, that sort of thing. Stationery. If ever you're in need of a Sharpie. Rubber cement, all that sort of stuff. So basically what I do is I put the excess, these leftover 6, into the fresh roll, and then put it back into the box. So let me just do that and I'll be back with you. So there we go. Once I've got my wintergreens rebundled, I can just identify the spot that they came out, and they will just drop back into there and sit there even with all the other ones. So it's just a matter of going through tube by tube and restocking all of that. So give me a second, I'll do that, and then I'll show you the rest of the box. Okie dokie, moving right along, I've shown you the upper section where all my twisties are stored. They're basically stored separated by dividers in there that are sort of hidden within the balloons. There we go. You can see the dividers. So we've got the 646s, the 350s, 260s, 160s. I use both brands of balloons, so you'll find sort of metallic terracotta in there, as well as toffee, as well as your Qualitex assortments. On the front of the box is where I keep my Sharpie pens. I've got my scissors on a retractable reel. I've got 2 openings where I keep business cards and or fridge magnets in there. Around the side, each side's got its own flap as well, so I've got 321s, which need topping up, 321s stored across that side. The luggage handle I use as a holder for my garbage bag, as you can see there, that's basically a car garbage bag that I drop all my scraps into. I got that at Howard's Storage World. On the other side of the box, we've got another flap that folds down, and that is round balloons. So I've got, for example, star top prints, I've got Holstein cows, I've got spots, and then I've just got normal 11-inch rounds, mouse heads, 16-inch hearts, so some big stuff there as well. Going on to the other shapes, all of my 5-inch rounds on the lid of the box. Ooh, lid. On the lid of the box, I've got all of my 5-inch rounds on this side in pockets. I double those up, so I got 2 colours per pocket, so I can get a decent amount of 5-inch round colours there.
You
Wow.
have to wind this thing all the way back up.
I know. And that was only half of it. We still got the other. Where's the other half? Oh, there it is.
Do not open until next week.
Okay, no peeking.
All right. So yeah, very impressive. The IKEA file alone was impressive.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
huge thing full of
the
balloons.
doing the little order code set up where so he knows exactly what he's got and what he needs to order. That's great. I've been using an app myself that reads the barcode scanners and keeps inventory on my phone. So whenever it comes time to order, I know what I have and what I need. And that's easy enough. But man, having it just visible right there in one big, I've been using plastic tubs for
Also,
storage. Yeah.
the clear things you can see through and
Yeah.
labels on everything, and that's just so
Yeah.
organized.
That is the mark of a man with OCD.
That's amazing. He does all that, and there's more.
And there is more.
You will see
There's
more.
kinds of crazy stuff on there that I really liked.
Right.
The way the 2 boxes sit together and make a stand, and it's bright and colorful, has all his information on it.
Nothing by accident.
No. This was a well thought out plan.
And I've actually peeked and I saw part 2.
Yeah.
Something he doesn't mention on any of this is the little rolls that he puts the balloons in.
Mhm.
I think he custom makes those and sells them.
Yeah.
They're
okay.
some sort of fabric with, I don't know if there's wire or something inside, so you just roll it up. He doesn't have to do the rubber bands.
Oh,
like
wow.
everyone else, so
That is nice.
it's pretty ingenious, and hopefully he'll let us know where to order those if they're ready for market. I'm not sure if they are.
Right.
I may not have. Maybe I wasn't supposed to mention that. I don't know. Oh, something else about Matt Falloon. He sent me an email saying that the Frumple Twisted Geo that he did, he knows that Dennis Hodgers, I believe.
Sounds right.
Yeah, somebody, probably. He published that before, so he found that out after and doesn't want people to think he was stealing his idea, which is a really classy move.
Yes, very much so.
Like one of my favorite balloon people, Jack Matson, makes amazing stuff, and it's funny how he goes out of his way to credit everybody,
Yeah.
which we should all strive to be more like. So many people want to credit
Right.
for things that aren't theirs, so why not
Yeah.
credit everything? All right, talking enough?
I think so. Let's knock out a quickie. Ask the Latexperts.
All right.
Let's see.
Go
we got
to the
one here.
phones.
We go to the phone, and we have from J-Bo's Fun Time Children's Entertainer. What are some of the easy but most demanded balloon models requested by kids at all functions? And that is a nearly impossible question to answer, because for me it changes from function to function. I know I have some constants that no matter where I'm at, the 2 biggest ones I make, the bow and arrow from Scraps and Crap, and the Hello Kitty wristable. I believe I got that from Don Caldwell's Wild Wearables 5.
Sounds right.
That sounds
Wristables.
right, yeah. Wristables and
Or Buster Balloons, Little Wrist
Yeah.
Friends.
yeah. Either way,
What is
that
it?
Hello Kitty, I probably go through at least 200 of those every week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you asked me a question, and my answer is always part A with a disconjointed part B, and furthermore something else entirely. So I have to say, how do I answer that question? What is the question? The kids ask for these things? That changes because they'll ask for a dog or a sword. They'll see you make something, then they'll ask for that. Then you make something else, ask for that. So if you're asking without my influence what they want, dogs and swords.
Dogs and swords, or what the last 12 kids got.
Right. And I just talked to you about your new restaurant. If you're going to just go in, two guns blazing, Yosemite Sam the place up.
I am.
And, yeah. And my stance is kind of, I like to build and build and build, I can't make a Don Caldwell monkey and here's a small monkey. So at a birthday party, I do save the base stuff till the end. Otherwise, they all want it. There's a 2-balloon little machine gun. I make a lot of those. And the hot balloon of the night changes. I use a dry erase board, hold it backwards so they don't see the time code on it. A little dry erase board, I'll put a menu of 24 different sculpture ideas for my really busy line work restaurants. And sometimes I'll play a little game of mental bingo, see how long it takes until every item's been requested. Sometimes the ones I don't think will be requested will be. I did a football game with Cotton Candy, who lives here in Nashville, and for a while I wanted to put an oddball balloon on each one just to see if people would ask for it, like I did. Mustache on a stick. Yeah, someone has to ask for it because it's weird.
Nice.
It's kind of a fun thing just to put something on there you don't even know how to make, just to see if people will ask for it. Monocle, just go crazy. So the answer to your question was something else, part of a third thing, and no real answer out of me. So as is my style.
It's just one of those things that as you get further and further in this business of ours, you'll see that it's a constant changing depending on the current trend in cartoons or even current socio and political trends will dictate it. Like you might run into segments of time where the machine guns are no longer a welcome balloon, so you don't do those as much.
Or not just time, your location too.
Yeah, location too, because in Middle Tennessee, I make a lot of machine guns.
Well, we also have Clarksville.
And Clarksville with Fort Campbell being so close, you make a lot of machine guns. A lot of helicopters, but...
Well, also, right now zombies are big. It was vampires, and before that was pirates, right?
Right.
That changes it. But also, if we could answer this question with a straight, giraffe, then we would be living in Groundhog's Day, because every day would be the same.
Yeah.
So sometimes the kids want one thing, you can sort of push them in another direction, and then you get to make the stuff you want. Like if you watch a video and you see how to make a, gorilla, and you really want to show that off that night.
Right.
Kids will ask for a monkey, you make a monkey in a tree, and you're like, the monkey's good, if I can make a really good gorilla, kind of push them, then everybody wants a gorilla.
Right.
You're the balloon guy. You have the steering wheel, so...
And I try, especially in my slower restaurants, and all the guests at these restaurants know now to expect this. I try to go the whole night without repeating the same design. I might make 50 different balloons in a night, in a 3-hour period, but they're all going to be different, and everybody knows that, so we fill out the place with just all sorts of colorful craziness, too. But, I do got to say that I did see a recent Quick and Easy Gorilla by one of our viewers, Jerome Santucci.
I haven't seen
Mr. Boma's Balloons.
Oh.
He has done a really quick and easy, fun-to-do gorilla that I'm wanting to add to the mix. Instead of the big honking gorilla I have been doing.
You don't do the big Buster balloon? 646.
I don't do that one, but I do one that takes about 12 minutes if I'm really cranking it. But
I see that. I just pulled a random animal. I was going to say yak or llama.
I like, and the fact that I can refer it to one of our viewers, too, to have a video that everybody likes to watch as well.
That's on a video, it's not a
that's
Facebook
on,
picture?
That's on YouTube, if I do believe, from Mr. Bowman's Balloons. You guys should go check that one out. He does some really cool stuff and gives it away for free there on YouTube. So those of us who are watching here, go check out Mr. Bowman's Balloons channel on YouTube. That kind of brings us to the end of another episode, doesn't it?
Well, all right. If we must.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only been 20, 30... Have we cracked the hour mark yet?
We haven't cracked the hour mark yet.
2013.
Woohoo! Yeah.
It's coming. All right.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. This has been another episode 38 of the Balloon Blast video show.
Purple Pig Free Edition.
Purple Pig Free Edition. So until next week, he's Scott Tripp.
Sam Cremades.
You guys have a great week.
You and I in a little toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn, till one by one they were gone. Back at the base, sparks in the software, flash the message, someone's out there. Floating in the summer sky, 99 red balloons go by.
Mentos, Diet Coke, Balloon. We will refer to this as experiment 626. Get that on there really good and tight. All right, Scott Tripp, eat your heart out. 3, 2, 1. Let me make sure that's really tight. Really, really tight. 3, 2, 1.
Go.